Good morning, my name's Heidi. These are the Tudor Cottage Diaries. Please click like and subscribe and give me the thumbs up. This is what it's all about. We've lost that yellow hue to the garden, and I don't know if you're picking up quite as much as I'm picking up by eye the amount of blue and purple in the garden. There's a horse whinnying in the background, some pheasants in the field, and lots of birds. And also in the background you can hear one of my cockerels. So I'm going to grab my cup of tea and take a wander. The hydrangea border is certainly growing this year. Been a bit disappointing over the last 2 years, but hard for you guys to pick up. But for me, I can see a big difference. They have probably put on about 4 inches growth this spring. I probably need to keep my voice down. It's early in the morning, it's a Sunday. Yesterday we had a fantastic sunny day. Thank you to everyone that visited a garden centre yesterday. We were phenomenally busy in our garden centre. So busy. Can you see the Solomon's seal? I'm just going to, before the sawfly comes in and hacks it about. This was my, on my bucket list of plants to have. And here it was in this garden all along. The greenhouse is still really tidy. I've managed to maintain that. We've got the paper whites here at the front, and then my lasagna tulips are starting to really look beautiful. They are probably 1 to 2 sunny days off of being perfect. The roses are just starting to put on growth. You can see the red tinges to their leaves, and that tells you they're new leaves. And then I've got an abundance of cow parsley in this garden. Cow parsley is one of my favourites. There is a lane near here that I will frequent on a dog walk when it's cow parsley season. Let's take time to applaud the camellias this year. I think this little baby has been in flower for 8 weeks now. Stable block looking fresh. I'll try and pan slowly for those of you that are interested in seeing the small detail. So this is an area that does need redeveloping, but isn't it beautiful in its spring plants? There is a Buxus sempervirens there that has survived the virus. I'm leaving it. I'm not going to trim it and see if we get anything decent from it this year. Quite a lot of weed in there as well, but I think it looks beautiful. Lots of foxglove. Next to the camellia are 2 spireas, one of which is just gently coming into flower. But this camellia has just been astounding. And look at the buds still to come out. At the back end of the pond we did lose half of my beautiful maple. that was the most perfect arching maple. Unfortunately the wind's got that. You could just see the fronds coming up on the shuttlecock fern underneath this gorgeous maple. That has got my clemassias in it, and these, wow, look at that colour combination. Sometimes I have to applaud myself. On my list of plants for this year are more clemassias. I'm new to clemassias. My husband bought me these for Mother's Day last year, and yeah, just in love with them. I'm going to put my cup of tea down. Oh, excuse me if you've lost. And then if we look inside the tree fern, we've got a beautiful knuckle here, another one there, there and there. So I just got to make sure we don't get any cold snaps. And then Douglas the tree fern will be fine. Right, trying to turn slowly. You can see some more shuttlecock ferns here with the anemones. The forsythia's finished flowering now, so I will prune that because I don't want it to get out of shape this early on in its life. The hosta. So just in case you haven't seen any of my other videos, I don't use any slug pellets in this garden at all. We garden for nature here, and sometimes you will see weeds, and sometimes you will see things that are chewed, and yes, I will moan about them, but I will try and clear them off as eco-friendly as possible. So with the hostas, I use quite a lot of eggs in the garden. We have hens, and we bake the eggshells off in the oven after we finish cooking, and then we scrunch them up, and I put them round anything that is susceptible to slugs. Doesn't always work. An empty bird bath, that is not a good sign. I must fill that up. They do ferociously bath in this garden, and they tend to empty the bird bath every day. Getting a close-up of this honesty and the forget-me-nots. Just a sea of blue. Excuse me, I picked up another cold. Another one of those hostas here. And if I remember rightly, I believe I split the original plant. And so there are several around the garden. I'll take a step back. This is one of my favourite views. Looking towards the compost heap, the engines of the garden. There's a sad looking lavender in front of us. It was a rescue, so it will stay there, and I tend to use that for the chickens' bath. So I add it to their red mite dust and their soil for when they bathe. All the roses, like I said, showing their red. We have a path that leads from the garden down to the woods. You can just see, I don't know if you can see it, about there in the background. And it's full of bluebells at the moment. Not quite ready, but I visited the other day, and yes, I will take you with me on a dog walk. You will notice there's no honesty in this back bed, and I don't know how that happened. The daffodils have now gone. and I've now planted the maples that were hidden. These are the maples that I had in a border. They were from a clearance area and very, very sorry for themselves about 2 years ago. And you can see now that they've come on really well. They've still got their name tags. I tend to leave stuff in the hospital corner with their name tags. And after that, I'm not that interested in what they are, what variety. The last of the daffodils, look at these. The hellebores are holding on and made some seed heads. And then can you see through the hedge, that's the path we go through, and that's the path that goes down to the woods, and all the blue pearls on the path. Absolutely stunning. I'm not going to give you a full tour. I just wanted to capture how beautiful the garden is today. Mid-April, after one day of beautiful sun, the plum trees in full blossom, and so's the Bramley apple. And this year we've had no frost to snatch away those gorgeous fruits. I'm going to finish my cup of tea. Today I've got jasmine and lemon balm, just to perk me up. Oh, and a spoiler alert, we are halfway through the bathroom renovation. We are just waiting for the bath taps now. They are on a long delay because we wanted copper taps. There's not many places that sell them in the UK. So we're having to import them. We managed to get hold of the sink tap, basin tap I should say, and all the wastes, but we started styling it out in there. Oh, the difference. We've got space now. As a family of 3, we just didn't have enough space, and our toiletries we've had to keep in overnight bags, which has been a real pain. So after 4 years we have a new bathroom. Right, I'm going to show you these tulips. They're not quite there yet, but wow, they are promising to be stunning. I know all the varieties, so what I can do is when I give a tour at the end of April, beginning of May, hopefully they will still be around and I can give you the names of all the tulips. Can you see the granny's bonnets just coming up as well? Equilegias. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. You can see my footprints in the dewy grass. I hope you have a blessed day today. Please click like and subscribe. I've turned off modification for the moment because the adverts were annoying me. So hopefully you're getting ad-free viewing.